From dock collapse in St. Mary's, Georgia last year to a portion of the I-95 collapsing in Philadelphia after tanker fire burns underneath highway overpass, these catastrophes show us life's transience as well as the importance of improving the ability to adapt to unexpected changes. Watch till the end and let us know your thoughts in the comments section. Let's get it on. The June 21, 2019 incident at the Philadelphia Energy Solutions refinery was a significant industrial disaster that occurred in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This refinery, one of the oldest and largest on the East Coast, experienced a catastrophic fire and explosions that sent plumes of smoke into the air and rocked nearby neighborhoods. The incident was sparked by the rupture of a pipe containing highly flammable hydrofluoric acid, which is a toxic and corrosive chemical. The incident resulted in a significant blaze that burned for hours. Fortunately, there were no fatalities. However, the incident raised concerns about the safety of the refinery and the potential risks posed by the storage and use of hazardous materials in such industrial facilities. In a tranquil suburban home in Virginia, a sudden and alarming event unfolded. Without warning, the ceiling above them began to groan and crack, and in a heart-stopping moment, the ceiling gave way, and a cascade of debris and plaster descended upon.
What are you thinking?
The family watched in disbelief as their once cozy dining room transformed into a scene of destruction. Thankfully, they managed to escape the falling debris unharmed. Last year, in St. Mary's, Georgia, a tranquil day by the water took a nightmarish turn as a dock collapsed and shockwaves through the local community. The wooden planks crumbled, plunging those standing on the dock into the water below. Gasps of surprise turned into frantic shouts for help as people scrambled to safety. Emergency responders rushed to the scene, pulling individuals from the water and providing assistance to those in need.
Yes, everybody.
The dock collapse served as a stark reminder of the importance of regular maintenance and safety inspections for waterfront structures. During the pouring of concrete for a new construction project, an unexpected event occurred as a slab suddenly collapsed. The weight of the fresh concrete proved too much for the support, leading to a dramatic structural failure. A building succumbed to structural failure and collapsed. The once sturdy structure crumbled in a cascade of dust and debris, leaving a scene of chaos and disbelief in its wake. On October 20th, 2022, 4 people were injured after a bridge collapsed in Bayan, a town in the northern part of the Philippines. In the video, you can see a white truck making its way to the President Carlos Romulo Bridge when a section collapses beneath it. In fact, it was found that the truck and the other vehicles that crossed the bridge were 20 tons over the bridge's capacity. Before we move any further, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you can keep watching our amazing content. This video shows the collapse of the steel structure. It collapsed under their own dead load if they're not properly designed, as in this video, the structure failed during the installation. Three months ago in Philadelphia, a catastrophic incident unfolded as a portion of the vital I-95 highway unexpectedly collapsed. The catalyst for this dramatic event was a ferocious tanker fire that blazed beneath an overpass, weakening the structural integrity of the highway above. As the intense flames raged below, the searing heat and intense heat caused the concrete and steel supports of the overpass to weaken and eventually give way. With huge plumes of smoke, a section of the highway crumbled and plummeted to the ground below. The resulting scene was one of devastation, with chunks of concrete and twisted metal strewn across the roadway. Warehouse accidents resulting from the use of flimsy racks to support heavy loads are a pressing concern in industrial settings. These accidents often involve shelving units collapsing under the immense weight they're expected to bear. Nestled along the eastern Mediterranean coastline, Beirut, the capital city of Lebanon, is a vibrant and historically rich metropolis. It was a hub of trade and culture in the Phoenician era, and its strategic location made it a coveted city for various empires. The Beirut explosion, an unprecedented and devastating catastrophe that unfolded on August 4, 2020, left an indelible mark on the city's landscape. A massive explosion rocked the port area of Beirut, releasing an immense shockwave that rippled through the surroundings. Pictures show buildings destroyed, people walking wounded, and a sea of wreckage after the blast that could be heard from 125 miles away in Cyprus. Nearby buildings around the port have been leveled, windows and doors have been blown out, and fires burn as smoke plumes billow across Beirut. This bride and groom couple were not able to complete their wedding photo shoot because of that sudden explosion. Before this man could fully understand what was happening, his shop was affected by the explosion, turning the goods into a dusty mess. In a harrowing incident in Russia, a tank is destroyed when the driver tries to load it. What started as a routine operation ended in calamity, and soldiers are seen hurrying out of harm's way as the tank topples off the track, landing on its side before finishing upside down. The video, uploaded to YouTube, sees the driver make 2 attempts at the maneuver. On the first occasion, he fails to accelerate enough and only makes it halfway up before comically rolling back down to the road. One of the men watching then shouts an instruction to the driver, presumably telling him to give it some more gas. On the second attempt, the tank manages to climb high enough before crashing down onto the surface of the truck. The heavy vehicle then wobbles before falling sideways and spinning onto its back as parts come flying off. No fatalities were reported. An Airbus 340 is shown crossing the runway at El Prat Airport as a flight from Moscow is coming in to land. Oh my God! Seeing the Airbus in its path, The pilot of the Boeing 767 from Russia aborts the landing. The plane then lands safely on the runway shortly afterwards. Thank God all are okay. Don't forget to press the like button, subscribe, and watch more below videos on your phone. Switz City is a small town located in southwestern Indiana, USA. Situated within Greene County, Switz City is characterized by its rural charm and close-knit community. It all began with a towering silo filled to the brim with golden corn, a symbol of hard work and bountiful harvests. Little did anyone know this ordinary sight would transform into a jaw-dropping spectacle. On a fateful Monday afternoon, the silo, standing tall and proud for years, started to sway with a surreal grace. It was a dance of destruction in slow motion. A rush of corn spilled forth like a golden river, engulfing the surroundings in its tidal wave.
Yeah. There it goes.
Amid the falling corn, fate intervened with a twist of cruel irony. 3 innocent power boxes stood in the path of the torrent, their significance growing exponentially in a matter of seconds. With an electrifying burst, the air ignited with the volatile dust, creating a shocking explosion. It was a sight that left jaws agape as the fiery display unfolded in mere moments. The video spread like wildfire across the internet, capturing the hearts and imaginations of more than 9 million viewers by Tuesday night. Shenzhen is a vibrant and rapidly developing city located in southeastern China. It's a coastal city along the South China Sea. Its proximity to Hong Kong has played a crucial role in its economic and cultural interactions. Accordingly, construction sites are constantly springing up. In 2015, a construction site here witnessed a devastating collapse due to unstable ground conditions. This project was part of a $45 billion planned international finance and commercial district. Some are calling the Manhattan of the Pearl River Delta. The dramatic video captured by workers at the site shows the building site slowly collapsing. Construction workers were caught in a life-threatening situation as the ground beneath them became increasingly precarious. The incident demonstrated the potential risks of building on reclaimed land, which is artificially created over water bodies. The disturbing scene captured on camera showcased the structure's gradual deterioration, marked by creaking, cracking, and ultimately a forceful collapse. Fortunately, no casualties occurred, but the disaster set back the ambitious development plan. Later, in 2019, a 6-story building in the South China city of Shenzhen collapsed on a morning of August. Onboard cameras captured the shocking moment a cargo ship was broken in two by a huge wave off Turkey's Black Sea province of Bataan. A relatively less nerve-wracking incident unfolded in the Netherlands during the year 2017, featuring the amphibious marvel known as the Catalina. This airborne vessel, designed to conquer both land and water, became an unexpected protagonist in a story of mechanical hiccup. A glitch in its system caused the front landing mechanism to falter at a most critical juncture, just as the aircraft was poised to touch down on the airstrip. Oh no, with only the 2 rear landing gears in play, the pilot faced an extraordinary challenge. A challenge that surpassed even the daring acrobatics of flight. The pivotal moment was the aircraft's first contact with the Earth, a moment fraught with intricacies. The goal was to keep the Catalina based in its 2 remaining supports for as long as possible. With masterful finesse, the pilot extended their dance with gravity, defying the odds and prolonging the moment of touchdown. As the Catalina's nose finally kissed the asphalt, the collective sigh of relief was palpable. Other video of a cargo ship listing after collision with two other ships off Istanbul. The Korea Coast Guard said the 5,998-ton Sea Grand hit the Gwangham Bridge before turning around. A container ship, Asiatic Sun, crashed into the Taichung Port Pier 8A as it was attempting to dock at 7:33 a.m. The Singapore-flagged 1049 TEU Asiatic Sun is a 143-meter-long vessel with a gross tonnage of 9,610 tons and was built in 2008 in Busan, Korea. A tanker fire underneath Interstate 95 northbound in Philadelphia has caused part of the highway to collapse last June. Xi'an, a city in central China. Xi'an boasts one of the most well-preserved and iconic city walls in all of China, offering a glimpse into the city's storied past and its enduring legacy. The city walls of Xi'an were constructed during the Ming Dynasty. Built primarily of earth and brick, the walls are studded with watchtowers, gates and ramparts that once played a vital role in protecting the city from external threats. These walls encompassed an area of about 5.4 square miles. Rising to an impressive height of around 39 feet and extending for about 8.5 miles, these fortifications are a sight to behold. A section of the ancient city wall, weathered by centuries of history, yielded to the unyielding assault of incessant rain. The ancient stones that once stood as stoic sentinels finally succumbed, collapsing in a cascade that echoed the passage of time itself. This particular segment of the city wall, perhaps bearing the weight of countless stories and the memories of generations past, met its fate on a fateful Saturday. The persistent rain, a force both delicate and unyielding, exploited the vulnerabilities that time had etched into the wall's foundation. Slowly but surely, the mortar that had held the stones together relinquished its grip, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. Turkey is known for its strategic location at the crossroads of Europe and Asia, and it boasts several prominent ports that play a crucial role in the country's trade and transportation infrastructure. One of the well-known Turkish ports is the port of Derins. On August 7, 2023, the skies darkened as plumes of smoke and debris billowed high into the sky. The port area, once bustling with activity, now lay in ruins. The grain silos were now twisted and mangled wrecks, their concrete walls torn apart as if by an unseen force. Surrounding buildings were also damaged, their windows shattered and walls cracked. It prompted an investigation into its cause. The grain silos, it seemed, had become a ticking time bomb. Over time, unnoticed factors such as humidity, temperature fluctuations, and irregular maintenance had created a deadly cocktail. Until now, no final reasons yet. Cozumel, Mexico is a gem of the Caribbean, known for its breathtaking beauty and vibrant natural landscapes. This tropical paradise offers visitors a stunning array of sights and experiences. 2019, against the backdrop of turquoise waters and azure skies, the Carnival Glory, a massive cruise ship, found itself entangled in a fateful encounter with the Carnival legend in Cozumel, Mexico.
Don't ride on Carnival. Holy cow.
The moment was marked by an unforeseen misjudgment in maneuvering, transforming what should have been a seamless docking procedure into a maritime incident that unfolded in full view of passengers and onlookers. Later, the Carnival Glory has returned to port in New Orleans after striking another cruise ship Friday morning. Don't forget to press the like button, subscribe, and watch more below videos on your phone. Arecibo is located along the northern shoreline of Puerto Rico, facing the Atlantic Ocean. The municipality of Arecibo boasts a significant stretch of coastline along the Atlantic Ocean. Its coastal areas feature sandy beaches, rocky shores, and cliffs. It's also famous for the Arecibo Observatory. The Arecibo Observatory was built in the early 1960s and officially opened in 1963. It was designed to study Earth's ionosphere, the Earth-Moon distance, and planets through radar observations. Its most distinctive feature was its massive spherical radio dish, which measured 1,000 feet in diameter and was suspended in a natural limestone sinkhole. In August 2020, a pivotal moment arrived when one of its critical cables supporting the central platform snapped. Subsequently, another cable succumbed, marking a stark indicator of its aging infrastructure. In fact, this collapse is certain result of both cable failures in the passage of time. The collapse of the Arecibo Observatory served as a somber reminder of the transient nature of even the most groundbreaking achievements. Sharm el-Sheikh, an Egyptian jewel nestled by the azure waters of the Red Sea. As the aircraft descended, a seemingly routine landing commenced. However, a villain appeared. A hushed oil leak within the hydraulic vanes of the aircraft had surreptitiously tainted a rubber wheel. As fate would have it, this innocuous wheel bore the brunt of the friction-induced ballet, igniting into a fiery torch, a beacon of unexpected danger. Fortune favored the prepared, as rescuers stood vigilant, ready to counter the unexpected. With swift precision, they tamed the flames, extinguishing the fiery interloper. Finally, tales that celebrate the spirit of exploration, courage, and innovation that have forever graced our skies. Don't forget to press the like button, subscribe, and comment what do you think of these catastrophic damages. In the realm of structural transformations where towering icons of utility once stood, the process of water tower demolition takes center stage. Water towers, stalwart guardians of water supply, often reach a point in their lifespan where evolution beckons. With changing needs, shifting technologies, or the passage of time, these structures transform from functional reservoirs into candidates for renewal. The saga of water tower demolition is a narrative that celebrates the preservation of heritage while embracing the ever-evolving tapestry of urban landscapes. August this year, in a tranquil suburban neighborhood nestled within the picturesque landscapes of Pennsylvania, a jarring event shattered the tranquility that once defined the community. A deafening explosion rocked the area, its shockwave rippling through the air like a tempestuous wave, leaving behind a scene of chaos and confusion. Siding had been torn from walls, roofs partially collapsed, and once pristine lawns were now marred by twisted remnants of what was once familiar. This inexplicable explosion will be forever marked upon residents' lives. Toulouse, located in southwestern France, is the capital of the Occitanie region. It sits on the banks of the Groan River, which flows through the city and has historically played a crucial role in its development. The river not only provided access to water for daily life, but also served as a route for trade and transportation. In 2019, a cracked tarmac and twisted steel barriers and beams bear testament to an attempt by the driver of a plus 50-ton lorry to cross a bridge designed to carry less than half that load. The bridge at Mirepoix-sur-Tarn, north of Toulouse in southern France, collapsed into the river, unluckily by that way. As you know, the crane was used to install precast box girders while building highway and high-speed rail bridges. Last month, a huge crane collapsed at a highway construction site in western India. "14 years ago, 3 cranes crashed while trying to lift a steel girder that had fallen at New Delhi's metro rail construction site. So terrible. Thank God no one was hurt."
Thank you for staying with us throughout this incredible journey. We'd love to hear which moment resonated with you the most. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more captivating content. See you in the next video.